with Dua Lipa. You just launched something that you got to explain to me here. It is called Service 95. Would you call a global concierge service? Can you explain what that means? Can you, like, get me restaurant reservations and tickets to Hamilton? What is a global concierge service when you are providing it?
Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of a backstory and then I'll tell you exactly what it is.
I hope you will.
All right, fine. So since I was really young, I'm really organized and a little bit crazy in that sense. And I've loved to keep lists, and I write down lists about everything, whether it's restaurant recommendations, movies I watch, books I like to read, places I like to go to, articles that I've read, anything. It can literally be anything, places to work out, hotels to stay in, no matter where I am in the world. And that kind of, I kept adding to it more when I was touring. I kept adding to it constantly of places that I saw online. I kept adding to it when talking to my friends. And my friends, no matter where they are in the world, they can just send me a text message and be like, okay, I'm here. What can I do? Where's the best shopping? And I take it very seriously. And I go, okay, this is what you can do. This is, Sure. And that was kind of the idea initially behind it, of like, okay, I want to share all my lists, my recommendations, thoughts, all into one newsletter. And then the idea grew more and more, where I also thought, we can have lots of different thoughts, perspectives, stories, articles that are really interesting in a way that maybe you wouldn't find as easily. I also wanted to make activism accessible to people who wanted to get involved. I think there's a lot of noise going on online, and sometimes it's hard to kind of filter through exactly what you want to, read about or learn about. And I want to help give people the tools to be able to learn things in maybe a different way.
Well, in that regard, you also have an upcoming podcast called At Your Service. It hasn't been released yet, but are you going to be interviewing people?
I'm going to be interviewing people,
I know you subbed in for my friend Jimmy Kimmel over on ABC. Yeah. You can sit in here anytime you want, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
I'm exhausted.
Thank you.
But do you like being interviewed or interviewing? Because some people really don't like being where you are, and they like the sense of control where I am. I being one of those people.
I'm really enjoying interviewing people. I really am. And I really love the research element to it and learning about people.
Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
Putting me on the spot.
Well, you're the guest. You get to do what you want.
Okay.
If you'd rather interview, you may interview me.
Okay. All right, well, okay, let me have a think. Just 1 second.
Keep in mind it's CBS.
Okay, I want nothing.
There are limits. There are limits.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Pop star, back that way. Okay. Podcaster.
Right.
Very serious stuff. So,
I love your show, by the way. Amazing audience.
Thank you so much. Yes, give them a round of applause.
I'm such a fan. I was so nervous backstage.
I'm such a fan of yours. I'm
Thank
actually
you so
really
much.
nervous
oh my God, it's such an honor to be here with
interview
you.
So thank you so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate it.
A little nervous.
So I think something that your viewers really connect with in your comedy and your hosting skills, especially in the past few years, is how open and honest and authentic you are about the role your faith plays in your life.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I was wondering, is there any, does your faith and your comedy ever overlap? And does one ever win out?
I think ultimately, us all being mortal, the faith will win out at the end. But I certainly hope when I get to heaven, Jesus has a sense of humor. But I will say this. Someone was asking me earlier about what this relates to faith, because my faith is involved with, I'm a Christian and a Catholic, and that's always connected to the idea of love and sacrifice being somehow related, and giving yourself to other people, and that death is not defeat, if you can see where I'm getting at there. Someone was asking me earlier, what movie did I really enjoy this year? And I said, well, I really like Belfast, which is Kenneth Branagh's story of his childhood. And one of the reasons I love it is that I'm Irish and Irish American, and it's such an Irish movie. And I think this is also a Catholic thing because it's funny and it's sad, and it's funny about being sad. In the same way, that sadness is like a little bit of an emotional death, but not a defeat if you can find a way to laugh about it. Because that laughter keeps you from having fear of it. And fear is the thing that keeps you from turning to evil devices to save you from the sadness. As Robert Hayden said, we must not be frightened or cajoled into accepting evil as our deliverance from evil. We must keep struggling to maintain our humanity, though monsters of abstraction threaten and police us. So if there's some relationship between my faith and my comedy, it's that no matter what happens, you are never defeated. You must understand and see this in the light of eternity and find some way to love and laugh with each other.
Wow. Stephen Colbert, everybody.
You can subscribe to her newsletter at service95.com. Dua Lipa, everybody. We'll be right back with her performance by 2 Chainz.